Sir, don't skip this video. I'm going to tell you how I overcame the habit and or the curse of validation seeking. We all want to be recognized for the things that we do in life, whether you're a singer, dancer, economist, it doesn't matter. You want that praise, that congratulations, people to notice what you do. Well, once upon a time, I had a filmmaking ambition, dream, and I worked very, very hard at it. I can recall pretty much begging family, friends, anybody that would reply back to me, can I make you a music video? How about let's make this short film? And deep down inside of me, I really wanted people just to notice and to validate my talents. Well, unfortunately, it did not happen. It was painful. I've lost family and friends because I knew deep down they seen my talents, but refused to recognize them. So what I learned is people usually don't see your talents, your drive, your charisma, things that they don't see in themselves. If a person can't see it in themselves, usually they won't see it in you until it manifests. You think about people like Taylor Swift, Jay-Z, Tom Brady. Now, you have to accept these things now because, as I mentioned, they have manifested as such. I also learned that validation is a toxic, very addictive drug. We can see that on social media, here on YouTube, no matter where you look at work, your fraternity, your church, sororities, it does not matter. Validation is a toxic, addictive drug. So pretty much the best thing that ever happened to me was not receiving the validation that I very much desired. Now, I'm not going to lie and tell you it wasn't painful. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that I really didn't want it. I should say I really did want it, excuse me. But what I'm telling you is the only way to overcome that toxic, addictive drugs is accepting ourselves. That's what I had to do. I had to start looking in the mirror and telling myself that I'm more than enough, that I'm worthy, and I am adequate. Because I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, if you're waiting for the public, the masses, friends, family, or maybe even your significant other to tell you, you may be waiting a long time. You may be waiting a long time. And just like any drug, you have to go to rehab. So my rehab was feeling alone. My rehab was accepting the rejection. My rehab was actually going to Southeast Asia, clearing my mind in 2023. My rehab is making friends with alone and accepting myself as who I am, my purpose, my passions, and whether they are validated or not, to continue to do the things that I like to do. Now, I only have 154 subscribers on this very channel, Project Expertise. Clearly, we both can agree that I'm not getting much validation, but it does not stop me from making these video production. It does not stop me from just sharing my story. So if you're a man, woman, whoever watching this right now, I am telling you that validation is the most toxic, addictive drug known to man. It's probably, and I've never used hard drugs like meth or heroin, but I bet you it is just as addictive, if not more. Look at your social media timeline. Do we not see people go to the extreme for validation? Look at your favorite social justice warrior. Do we not see he, she, or whatever your preference is, bend over backwards to be validated for every little cause, every thing that he or she is trying to defend, whether they believe it or not? I heard Earl Nightingale say this once, that we think in secret. I don't know what you're really thinking. I know what you tell me, but we never know what someone is actually thinking. But you can promise this, you can write it down, that validation seeking people always go down in a puff of smoke, kind of like the coyote. You're going to fall off the deep end. Because what happens when you get older, And ma'am, you don't look as attractive as you once did. Sir, what do you do when you get older and you can't perform those feats you did on the football field, the basketball court, or what have you? What do you do when you kind of age out of certain trends and the things that go on social media? I'm here. This is therapy, and I'm here to tell you that once upon a time, perhaps in my own way, I was validation seeking and I did not reap a reward from it. Just want to come to you real quick to talk about validation and how toxic of a drug that it is, and how you can also overcome said addiction if you have it by simply looking in the mirror and telling yourself you're more than enough, you're worthy, and you do not need the approval of others. Do me a huge favor if you're still watching. How about like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, or the notification bell just might hit you, and consider subscribing if you find my content impactful, useful, or you just pass the time with it. Until the next time, remember you are on Project Expertise, where I'm the project. I just gave you the expertise. Go out, execute, and stop seeking validation because it's not seeking you.